Hi guys, my name is JJ and today at Flowtricks we're gonna see a 2-in-1. That means that at one point, two nunchakus are gonna be in the same hand, just like this. We're gonna see a very basic version, which contains a pizza aerial and an aerial behind the back to release them again, 1 in 2. And after that, we're gonna spice it up a little bit. What a 2-in-1 for me also means is that you go to that state after an aerial and that you go out of that state via an aerial. Okay, so let's see what is needed now to pull this one off. To pull this trick off, you need to be able to do this sequence, and it contains a left-handed pizza aerial and a right-handed aerial behind the back. But first, let's break it down and zoom in on these individual tricks. First, we're gonna start by holding the nunchaku as close to the rope as we can. Then we're gonna bounce into the opposite hip, then make speed to the center, and while we abruptly stop, after that we're gonna elevate our arm, bringing the nunchaku straight vertically in the air. Given this is the first part of the trick, you wanna have it as good as you can, because this is an assistance part for the next one. So after a while, make sure you can do this as fast as you can and always at the same height of execution and the same amount of rotations. Once you grab the pizza aerial with your right hand, you're gonna bounce onto your left hip and then initiate the movement to do the aerial behind the back. The aerial behind the back is not so hard, but it requires a little bit of practice. Okay, because you go behind the back, you also go over the shoulder, and this is where difficulty comes in. My advice here as well is to always go very low over that shoulder and always with the same amount of spins. That way you can always count on the exact same execution. If you are a little bit wider on the top of your body, it could be handy to shift your weight all to the right side and also lean back a little bit when you execute this trick. This way, it's going to allow you to go easier over that shoulder. So now you're ready to do this basic version of the 2-in-1. So start with one hand, so your right hand on your shoulder, and then do the left-handed pizza aerial, and then the right hand takes over. What can happen is, normally it wouldn't, but what can happen if these sticks will get tangled up, as you can see right here. If that happens, make a few movements as I do right here. Because of the movement, it will be more possible, or you give the rope a chance to actually untangle. And this is obviously what you want before you throw the nunchakus back into the air. Holding your right hand ready on your shoulder to go 2-in-1 is a good way to practice it. But I would go for this variation where you actually also implement the horizontal figure 8 hand roll and then time it well to bring that right hand again to that right shoulder and then do the basic version. But then you have a little bit of the deflection ready before you go into this 2-in-1 trick. So now that you can do the starter one, and you can also do the one with the horizontal figure 8 hand roll in it, which you can see right here, you can try to make it harder with, for example, as you will see right now, adding the double pizza 360, which is obviously a cool way to execute and go to this basic 2-in-1. Or you could go for something else, for example, to a triple pizza and then catch it 2-in-1 with the right, and then go aerial behind the back to finish it off.